All right. Hey, guys. Welcome
Hello.
back to the Talkaholics podcast. This is Iman.
And this is Razia.
So, in today's episode, we're going to be doing something interesting.
Yeah.
So, Razia mentioned doing something called the soundtrack to our lives.
Yeah.
To our lives. Okay.
Totally
so,
not my idea, just saying.
Oh, well, you got it from Vogue, right?
Yeah,
That's what you said. So I haven't seen it. I have a brief idea of what it is, but why don't you just explain what the concept is?
Sure. I'm surprised that you haven't, because Lizzo's done an episode.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Vogue stuff.
But it's a lot.
I like the 72 questions.
And you do watch the Sound Association. Okay, so it's like that.
I love the Song Association.
Yeah, exactly. So basically,
we should do that one episode. Song Association.
We actually should.
Next episode.
Yes. Wait for the next one, guys.
Okay.
Next week. So basically, in the Vogue, at least edition of it on YouTube, there's essentially like this big sticky blackboard that they use to get a celebrity like Lizzo, like Billie Eilish did one, and they write down songs and the artists who made them to create a whole list. They do, I think, 10 tracks in their episodes that basically outline the soundtrack to their lives. And I was telling Iman, they take it into one of two ways, right? It's either that they pick songs that like really signify like the nostalgia of their childhood, or like this is the song I played when I was doing this stage performance, or whatever, like specific moments in their lives. And some other people just choose, like, if they literally to have a movie based on them, like this would be the soundtrack, like their favorite songs, or like something that really captures how they felt at the time. So yeah, and like given that we're like so big on music, the both of us, we know each other's taste. Like, I thought it would be good in a nice improv game, because we really didn't prepare for this at all.
Exactly. That's what's stressing me out.
Yeah, because you're like, I just gonna miss something after this.
Yeah, we're only picking 5 songs because I think that 10 is a little too difficult for me.
Yeah.
So we're each gonna say, I guess, 5 songs that frame our life so far, and then.
I think we should go back and forth. So you'll pick one, I'll pick one. And yeah, I'm excited and I was also thinking, like, by the end of these 5, I'm definitely going to walk out of this room going, I picked the wrong 5. So, like, I feel a few episodes from now, you probably see this pop up again going, like, revised soundtrack.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, everything changes. You don't know what's going to happen.
Changes. I'm going to be like, why the hell did I put that goddamn sound down? But I'm excited, because I think this is going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see where we go with this.
So, basically, we're just letting you guys know this is off the top of our heads. Don't come for us if it's not
rough
song.
Draft,
yeah,
man.
Rough draft. Like, if the song is not for you, it's okay. It's just something that came to us in our time of thought. But I'll let Razia go first, because
put me on the spot so quick. Oh man, see, because I'm really tied here. Like, because I'm trying to think, like, which way should I go? Because I feel like I can much easily pick songs that are tied to certain memories for me.
Yeah, that's probably the way I'm gonna go.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to pick songs that, like, really don't mean all that much to me, other than the fact that it's in the back of my head when I think of
it. Reminds you of something. Yeah, because same thing for me, because, like, music has been a part of my life forever, but it's not, I don't think it's something that has legitimately shaped my life, per se. Like, I'm not like an artist who's oh, these, musicians have made me the person I am. No, it's not like that. It's just that these songs are associated to, like, good or bad memories, whatever it may be. And maybe in those memories something has happened to shape the way I am, but it's not specifically the song. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Are we going, we're on the same level? Okay.
But, okay, so, yeah, just as a disclaimer.
No, these songs are going to be so
These are going to be so shit. You're going to be judging me so badly on this.
Okay.
Because, again, they're tied to mememories for me. It's not that these are the best songs. Definitely not my favorite. This is not my top 5 favorite. This is just soundtrack to my life, okay? You're going to already be cringing. Because I'm going to pick a Drake song.
Really, Drake is the first one that comes to your head? Actually,
yes, it is.
Drake has been around. Drake has been around.
And I'll tell you why. And it's one of his not super duper popular.
Okay.
It's One Dance. And I'm picking that one on purpose because it's so tied to my memory of going to Japan for the first time, or the only time. Because at the time when I was prepping to go to Japan, I really didn't prep music-wise or like anything on my phone, like podcasts and stuff to listen to on that, I think, 12-hour plane.
Damn, girl, you did not prepare.
No, I was doing everything else. I was so busy, like, with every other part of my life that I forgot, oh my God, this is like the longest flight in the world. I had probably One Dance and like a handful of other songs. And so One Dance at that time just came out.
Yeah.
So I had been listening to that on repeat. So when it comes on the radio, I'm like immediately taken back to the airport and in Japan. Like it's like it feels so tangible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
It just makes me go straight there into like makes me like think of how Japan feels when you're out in the open and like the smell of the food and stuff. Like I go straight there. So
wow.
I'm gonna choose One Dance.
Okay. So my mind immediately went to like chronological order. So I'm like. I'm starting.
Yeah, I'm going all over the place.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with something from my childhood when I was younger.
Okay.
I have a couple. Okay, so, like I said, like music has been a part of my life, and I think for a lot of people, like, it's always there, whether you're a big music listener or not. Like, it's always kind of there in the background. Like, you know, like, music is a way of learning as a child, and like all these things. So, anyways,
absolutely, yeah.
I grew up in an area that was like, I mean, okay, so the area I grew up is not like the best area. Let's just say that, okay? And sometimes, and like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but sometimes like that affects your experiences, and that also affected the music that we listened to. Like, that was just the thing. And I also had older cousins, so like I would be listening to whatever they were listening to because they were like, actually going to be the
trend of my soundtrack too. So like my older siblings.
So I think my first memory of like my first memory attached to music has to be like, and I'm talking about music like an actual song, not like Barney. Yeah. Has to be Destiny's Child, Bootylicious. Ooh, so it's gonna be so funny. Every New Year's when we were younger.
I'm gonna talk about your list.
Me and my brother and then my two cousins would always have like a show for New Year's. So our family would get together like New Year's Eve and stay together until, you know, New Year's Day, whatever, and do the countdown. So on New Year's Eve, we would always get together and like pick a song and then create like some sort of dance or something to it. And so I kid you not, because Destiny's Child was big. It was like 90, it was like the late 90s at that time when I was like maybe 5 or 6. Yeah. And so I specifically remember we were in my uncle's basement listening to Bootylicious on his desktop computer and coming up with a dance to it.
Oh my God,
and now, because you know when you're so young, like you're not sure if it's a real memory or you just fabricated it, but I vividly remember. So there's 4 of us, so me and my brother, and then my cousins are also brother sister. Okay. So like 2 girls, 2 boys. Yeah. So me and the girl cousin, we were like dancing. So we came up with this whole thing. We came to show our family, and we're like dancing. And then at one point, my brother is on top of my guy cousin's shoulders, throwing candy like out to the parents. To Bootylicious.
Love it.
So. Like, that's why I love Destiny's Child. Their music is amazing, but also, like, the memories attached to Destiny's Child, because we've done many a Destiny's Child song for our New Year's performances. So, Destiny's Child, Bootylicious, my first one.
It definitely doesn't have a Destiny's Child sound, like, song on my track, just because the entirety of that album was played in my Scarborough apartment next to Victoria Park Station, like on repeat. I think I told you this before. I used to know literally track by track which song was on what, like part of the list. So, okay, that's so good. I love that.
And of course, my first song has to have Beyonce in it.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be more Beyonce. Just letting you guys know.
Get ready. A lot of R&B, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, I hope we don't get demonetized. I just have to listen to the song to make sure that it's this one.
Just listen to it for like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, just because I'm pretty sure. I think this is gonna be it. My sound on. Hold on, guys. I gotta test this. Okay, so just a briefer. It's gonna be a J-Lo song, but I don't need ads right now. And I know it's featuring somebody, and I'm thinking it's LL Cool J, but I'm not positive. Is it this way? I just have to read the chorus. Hold on.
Sorry, guys. I got a case of the sniffles, so if you hear me sniffling away, don't.
Oh, no, it's not this one.
I love that song.
All I Have is a really good one. Okay, but once I find it, it's a J-Lo. Okay, basically the beginning of J-Lo's career. Yeah. Like the Oh my god.
It's not Jenny on the Block, right?
No. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me. Is it?
Do you remember how it goes?
Is it Ja Rule? I'm real?
I'm real, the way you walk, the way.
Okay, it's one of her songs. Okay, I'll get to it.
And I can't do without you. Sorry, I can't sing, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna pick. Hold on, I'm just playing this one more song here. Make sure I can see this is it. No, stop playing this intro shit, man. Okay, but basically it's a J-Lo song, and I'll tell you the background while this plays. No, not this one. So, yeah, when I was in my Scarborough apartment, going back to those old days, I'm going in chronological order clearly now. I was probably like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I spent so much of my time like in this small apartment where it was literally a 2-bedroom apartment with my family, which is my parents, me, and 3 other siblings. Like, we were very intimately with each other. Like, it was, we didn't have a lot of room, obviously, growing up, but that meant we spent a lot of time around each other. Like, my siblings were all sharing one room, whatever. And my sister and my brother had this one PC that they used to always play Donkey Kong on. And, like, Donkey Kong Country, everyone knows. And they used to always mute the track that's on that game and play R&B music at the time. And my sister, there's one specific J-Lo song that she used to play literally on repeat. Like, I don't think she switched it for her life while she was playing Donkey Kong. So in my head, when I see Donkey Kong being played by anybody else, I hear J-Lo. Like, it's strange. Like, I don't even hear, like, the main track of the game. I know, like, J-Lo's lyrics, like, as Donkey Kong's, like, jumping across the tracks. And it's, like, because she replayed it so much, because, like, I remember literally sitting next to my sister every day of, like, especially summer when they were all home at once. Like, it's just ingrained in my head of, like, do you know what I'm saying? That experience, it's so visceral for me. Every time I hear that one specific J-Lo song that is, like, now killing me because I know it's featuring somebody. But maybe as you go, I will find it. But Waiting for Tonight is, like, probably another really close one.
Okay.
Where, like, again, throws me back straight to, like, when we used to play that when we went to beaches in Scarborough and stuff. Like, just
nice.
Woodbine Beach, Morningside, all that stuff.
Yeah, J-Lo is definitely present in my childhood because that was, like, her time.
Yeah.
Especially in elementary school when she came out with, like, that album. And, like, it was, like, 2007.
Yeah. She used to make, like, a lot of music. Mm-hmm. Like, even it went until we were, like, grade 8 when she did Do It Right or Do It Well. You do it well. Do you know that song? No?
I don't remember. Okay. I just remember, I wanna dance and love.
Oh, okay. That's like closer to Pitbull.
Yeah.
Era. Yeah.
Or the one with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay.
All those good ones. Yeah.
She's
gotta be there.
Yeah, my second song is gonna be funny because it's another childhood song.
Okay.
And it's the reason. So okay, I'm just gonna say the song. It's Confessions by Usher.
Oh, really?
Now listen up, okay?
How does
the
that
content.
I
These
forgot.
are my confessions. Just when I thought I could.
Yeah. Okay.
Check on the side. Said she got one on the way. Now, obviously.
Okay.
This song is about a guy, Usher, cheating on his girlfriend, and the side girl is pregnant. So now, obviously, the content of the song doesn't relate to my time as a 9-year-old girl. However, the reason why the song is so, I guess, like, so a part of my childhood is because I vividly remember I used to, every summer, my parents are both, like, working people. So, obviously, like, immigrant families, like, both of them work to make sure we have, you know, a roof over our heads, stuff like that. Absolutely. So it was always a struggle for them to, like, find us care and stuff like that, especially during the school year if they had to work late and stuff. So during the summers, we would always be in summer camps. And then my parents would, like, alternate. Like, my mom would take 1 week off and we would do some things with her, and then my dad would take 1 week off and we would do things with him. And then, but the rest of the summer, we were in summer camp.
Right.
So we did a couple different ones. But mainly it was a sports summer camp and an arts summer camp. Right, so, like, that was where my two loves were born. Like, I was exposed to kind of, like, almost everything. And I loved my summer camp experience. I'm so grateful that my parents were able to put me through it because city summer camps are not cheap. Okay, like the city of Toronto, it's like over $100 per week or something like that.
Super not affordable.
So the fact that my parents still put me and my brother through summer camp for the entire, like, the majority of the summer was really cool. So, my so this we had a specific sports camp that we really, really loved, and it was, I can't remember which community center it was, but like we went every year, so like the returning staff always knew us, like we were, and then we would kind of be, me and my brother would kind of be like the cool kids, because we were like we knew all the returning staff, all the returning kids, like
you were really within
we were in the circle, we were the originals, you know, the OGs.
Exactly.
So but then there was this one summer camp that was held at I can't remember if it was West Hill. I think it was West Hill. One of those like Scarborough high schools. And I remember I hated it because there was this one counselor who always like picked on me.
Yeah.
And I hated her so much.
Right.
Like she really like my blood boiled around her.
Yeah.
But then there was this other counselor that was so cool, and she would always like kind of make up for me feeling upset and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also that counselor who didn't like me was white, so maybe there was that. But anyway, but this other counselor, she would always like make us laugh and like treat us like, even though we were kids obviously and they were older, like she would still treat us kind of like equals and make us feel like we're accepted and stuff like that. Yeah. And so I vividly remember her playing Confessions in like the gym one day, and then there, you know the part where Usher's like, he does a like really high, what does he say? Shoot. Where he goes, like, he was like, I'm going down on my knees and like banging on the door or something like that, and it's this really high note.
I think
I can't remember how the lyrics go at this point, and also I don't want you guys to hear my ugly singing, so we're not gonna do that. But I just vividly remember her getting down on her knees in front of me and like belting the lyrics out to me, and me laughing uncontrollably, and like that memory connects me to that song. So every time I listen to the song, I think of her, and I don't remember her name or really how she looks like, but just the idea of it was great. So that's my second song, Confessions by Usher.
I love it.
Part two. Not part one, part two. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so just to backtrack, so I decided on the J-Lo song, If You Had My Love. Okay, I know it doesn't feature anybody, but we're gonna stick with that one. It also has like probably her best music video is that one. Okay, my third one, this is tough because I'm like trying to weigh it out. Like, okay, so I picked one that was relatively recent when I went to Japan. One was a complete throwback. This one's still back in the day, and like it just captured like anytime this would go on the radio, like nobody in my family is gonna change it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, and it's not even a hype song, it's not even a dance song. It's just stuck in this like, maybe I think it represents something pop culture-y too, that like, you know, we all kind of got like, yeah, this is a good song. It's that P. Diddy song that he did for Biggie, that really slow song when he passed away, about his friend and how he misses him.
You need to sing it for me.
Okay, I'll be missing you.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's a good one.
It is, and it's again like same thing of like that. It just takes you back to a certain time. Like I feel like road trips are a big thing. Whenever that pops up on the radio, it's just like you're not touching it. Like you're not switching it. Everyone knows every single line to that song. And I don't know. It's especially as a kid with like the tone of that song, like how sad it is and how slow it is. It's still like we're still happy and singing to it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird because it's about him losing his friend. It's his tribute to Biggie at the time, and it's not like we were huge P. Diddy fans either. But it's something about the song, and like especially the lady who sings in that falsetto part, like the chorus.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
nostalgic.
Yeah. It's from a
definitely
specific time, and like even that music video, I've probably seen that like 4 million times of him and P. Diddy in like in the middle of a fucking field, like just that. I don't know, just that vibe. It takes me back. That's my last throwback one. Like I feel like I need to see.
Yeah,
more recent
I'm gonna do one more throwback, and then I'll. Well, they're all gonna be technically throwbacks, but whatever.
Right.
But like one more from my childhood, and then I'll move on. So this last one. So like my childhood, and I think we spoke about this before in a different episode, but like I feel like our music tastes as kids were so diverse. Like I listened to rap, R&B. I was listening to like pop. I was listening to rock.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all these different types of genres.
Oh, I should probably pick something from high school. That was a completely different phase.
So like, this next song, I was struggling to pick between different artists because there was so many. When I was in elementary school, meaning like grade 6 time, there was a lot of artists that were like really high, like prevalent. So I'll just shout out a couple, and they're so different. You're gonna see. So there was like T-Pain.
Yeah. Oh.
Gwen Stefani.
Love it. Gwen Stefani's actually.
There was Justin Timberlake. And then there was like Green Day and My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy. So like there's so many different ones, but the one I'm gonna pick.
I just said I wanted. Okay, sorry. I can't include it though. Go ahead.
The one I'm gonna pick is My Love by Justin Timberlake and My Love with T.I.
How does that go?
It goes.
Hold on, I'm just writing on my ideas. Hold on. I'm actually pretty proud of us as how we're like just banging these
out.
out.
I know. I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
I can't remember the melody right now, but like it's okay. Hold on. It's gonna play an ad. I'm so sorry.
Guys, we don't play for YouTube Premium clearly. We just we're out here.
Who does? What?
I actually do know people are YouTube
that pay for not me.
I'm serious.
Okay. This one.
Oh my god! I actually. This is a real throwback for me. I probably haven't listened to this since that era.
Yeah. So the reason I picked this song, and I would play for longer, but I don't know copyright rules, so we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna risk
it. The reason I picked this song is because I vividly remember I used to be a kindergarten helper in grade 6.
Right.
So during lunchtime, because like at that time kindergarten was still half day, so at lunchtime there would be no students in the classroom because they would leave before lunch, and then another set of students would come in after lunch. Okay. And so me and my friend were helpers and we would go in and like help prep the next lesson and help the teacher while she's on her lunch, right? Mm-hmm. So I vividly remember this. There was a computer in that class because like sometimes they would play things for the kids and stuff. Yeah. So we would go on YouTube and like play songs while we were doing whatever we had to do, and then we let it slip to our friends that we were able to use the computer because the teacher was never there because she trusts us. Right. We're in grade 6, so why are you trusting us? Yeah. But we let it slip that like, so it was just me and like maybe one or two other friends. Yeah. And I think it was me who let it slip because like I don't know why. Yeah. But then, so like my other friends who are like, you know, in elementary school where like they're your friends but they're not really your friends. Yeah. Kind of thing. Like
just around you.
No, not even that. Like, I had like two groups of friends. I had like my true friends that were like cool, and then I had my friends that I wanted to be friends with because they were cooler or whatever. Yeah. And so like they were kind of manipulative. Like they would be the kids that were like, oh, if you don't do this, like you're not my friend kind of thing. You know, like those kind of kids. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I remember this one girl, we had like a dance or some show and tell thing or like a talent show or something going on in the school. Yeah. And she was doing a dance to My Love with like to our two other friends. So they came in during lunch and they would play the song and she would make me be the one to like play it back and like watch them practice while we're supposed to be doing work in the kindergarten room. So I remember the song because it was like we had to constantly play it for her. She'd be like, oh no, you guys aren't doing it right, play it again, and like kind of thing. And it's just a reminder of the time where I was such a pushover. And like not anymore, that's my third song.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna stall time completely because I kept trying to think of something, by actually mentioning something. So going back to JLo again really quickly, did you hear about the Super Bowl announcement that came out?
No.
This is gonna blow your mind. So not only is JLo doing it, but JLo is doing the next Super Bowl with somebody.
With who?
Who from the same era, also a lady, also like super, super, super attractive, and like made some really good music at the time.
That's not really helping.
But also a person. Well, yeah, a person of color.
Okay, there's a lot of people.
That narrows out a little bit for her time when she was famous. She was just as famous.
Just tell me.
Shakira.
Oh.
Can you imagine them both? I like lost
Shakira
my mind.
And JLo.
Can you imagine them on stage
Honestly,
together?
like I love JLo, but she's not like.
But imagine them and they're performing. They both dance really well, and they both have like really, really amazing.
JLo's definitely a performer.
Yeah.
and so is Shakira. I don't know how I feel about them performing for the Super Bowl, but at the same time, like, there's controversy there because the whole Kaepernick situation and everything, so people are like, why are people of color still doing the Super Bowl after that happened? Right. But at the same time, like, we can't just let the whites take over. So...
Dude, you make a lot of money when you're on the Super Bowl.
Like, that's what I'm saying, like, if everybody says no to doing the Super Bowl, then they're just gonna be they're gonna take over again. Like, literally, you're never gonna see
for another year. Yeah, you're never gonna see that happen.
But I also understand why people are upset because, like, the Super Bowl really hasn't done anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean the Super Bowl. The NFL in general just hasn't really done anything about the situation. But we're not here to talk about that.
No. Sorry, I needed.
We gotta do this quick because we don't have a lot of time. So
we don't. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to go or?
Yeah, if you have another.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I already did my third. So my fourth song.
Hold on. Let's just recount, just for people listening.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one keeping track here.
Sure.
You mentioned "Bootylicious" by Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
"Confession" by Usher. Sorry.
Yeah.
And your third one was
"My Love" with Justin Timberlake and T.I.
Yeah, T-Pain.
T.I. Not T-Pain.
Sorry.
Okay, so my fourth song I'm trying to bring it a little higher up. So let's think about high school.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
I would say my fourth song. Okay, so it's an Adele song.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about that.
And
which one?
It's Turning Tables.
Love it.
So
I have a specific memory about that one too.
Yeah, so that one, it's Turning Tables, and the reason why is because in grade 11, so
is it related to Glee? Because mine's related to Glee.
No, but they have a really good cover of that. Yeah. But anyways, my memory is associated to grade 11 dance class. So obviously after grade 9 you don't have to take gym, right? But in grade 11 I took a dance class, and it was like an all-girls dance class, and you weren't in that class,
I wasn't
right?
in it, but it's the one where, like, you remember at MCO when you could see over, like, the
gym?
I'd be like, that's the class that's happening right now. They're doing contemporary.
So I took a dance class because like I said, like, I'm just I love to dance. I love music. Not that I'm particularly good at singing or dancing, but like, it was something that I enjoyed doing. So and it's also like physical activity. So I was like, why not?
Yeah.
So I took it, and we did like different types of dance. So we would do like Latin, and then we did like ballet, and then contemporary and hip hop, and blah blah blah, right? So we were in our contemporary unit. Our teacher brought in like a dancer who like specialized in contemporary dancing, and so she would teach us stuff. And so the first routine she taught us was to Turning Tables, and I just remember being so in my feels because like contemporary dancing is all about like lyrical movement and like feeling the song and looking all sad and whatever. And so I
looking up, all I'm imagining is Iman doing like these
and like
lunges, and she's just like spreading her wings.
And you remember what I looked like in high school. Like my fashion sense wasn't the greatest. No, it wasn't. And I was the one like who would wear.
Your
yes,
leggings.
You remember, right?
Of course I do.
So I would wear.
I remember everything. Forget it.
So I would wear these tights, right? And then I would wear this like flowy white shirt, right? Specifically for contemporary because like we're being all flowy and stuff. Exactly. So this like flowy white shirt with these tights, and then whatever hijab I was wearing for the day. Also my hijab, it was atrocious. Dear Lord, high school was not the time. Anyways, so and so I remember, and like I find that I pick up not like I pick up dance moves quite easily, I think, because I think that I can pick up like I pick up routine, like if you're doing like, say for example, a Zumba class, like things tend to be repetitive, and I pick it up. So I found that I picked up the routine pretty easily for the choreography. And I remember performing, and people were like, "Oh my God, Iman, you're so good!" And I'm like, "Thank you." But I specifically remember that song because that was the first time I did an actual contemporary routine, and that dance class was amazing because I never felt like shamed in any way. Like everybody was just having fun, and everybody was just trying to learn how to dance and everything, and we got to explore all these different types of dance styles. And then at the end of the semester we did a showcase of like we did a group dance. So like we got into groups, and then we created our own dance, and we had to pick two different styles, and it had to tell a story. I remember I'm going off on a tangent, but anyways, I remember my group picked contemporary and hip hop, and then our story was like about this guy who cheats on his girlfriend. Okay. With another girl, and like the whole how she finds out, and then he tries to go with the other girl, and that other girl leaves him too, and then he's all like alone and stuff. Yeah, and I was the guy. I was the guy, and I remember what makes it even more memorable is that our gym teacher invited other grade 11 classes to watch it. Oh my God. So the grade 11 drama class came and watched our performance, and I was like, no. Oh my God, that's because crazy. Like when you're in your own little bubble of like these grade 11 and 12 girls, like we're all it's whatever. Yeah. But then when you have to perform in front of other people you have to face in your daily life, I was so nervous. And I remember at the end of we were wearing socks. Yeah. No, like we were wearing shoes because we had to do like turns and stuff, right? So we wanted to be able to glide. Yeah, and so we were wearing socks. And I remember at the end of the routine, near the beginning of the routine, there's like this part where I'm pulling like on like I'm holding onto one girl in each arm, and they're trying to go away, and I'm kind of like pulling at them or whatever, trying to keep them with me, and I almost slipped. I kid you not, I felt my body giving up, and I don't know how I stayed up, but I stayed up. And but anyways, like, it was a great time. But yes, so Adele turning tables is my fourth one.
I love it. Okay, so I just want to... Oh, shit, I actually should you choose that one, too, but this is really... See, some of them, I'm, like, debating in my head. Like, some of them are too embarrassing to really mention, but they are truly tied to, like, real memories for me. Okay, I'll choose the high school one, and I think it's, like, a good, like, representation of, like, my music taste at the time was very indie. Like, I was at extremes. I was, like, listening to a lot of indie music. Like, remember the Lumineers were
yes, I remember.
City in Color, Florence and the Machine. Like, I was really in that zone like for all 4 years, but I was also listening to a lot of rap at the same time. And it's a good representation of, like, at the time I wouldn't listen. I was so pretentious. I wouldn't listen to anything that didn't have, like, some sort of meaning, or like the lyrics were like, you know, really insightful, because, you know, I was like in that zone, that artsy head zone. And I want to choose No Church in the Wild by Kanye, and who was it? Frank Ocean, and Jay-Z's in it. Yeah. Because, like, I remember that music video actually is a thing that kind of made that song more famous. If you remember, with like the protesters and the flame on the gasoline sock or whatever he was holding, and he throws it. Like, that whole intro to that music video was like on Tumblr everywhere. Tumblr. And again, linked to that point in time in our lives, right? Where, because it was so artsy and so edgy, and, like, you know, oh my God, look at the cinematic quality of it, you know, like that whole, like, you know, headspace. And so it was that on top of the lyrics, which were very much like about society and about religion and about like hierarchy and all this stuff. And I remember, like, listening to it going, yeah, I told everyone, like, rap is high art. Like, look what they're talking about. They're, like, you know, just like explaining to people, like, yeah, I don't think you understand, but, like,
oh yeah, I will fight people when they try to diss rap. Yeah, don't try to diss rap, honey. No. I mean, there's some artists that are, but for the most part, like, I love talking. Anyways,
it's a whole other thing. Yeah. But I feel like I need to put at least one rap song in here, and I was debating between. I really also should put a lot of Eminem songs on this too, because that was, like, I was gonna pick his main song. What is it? Lose Yourself. Yeah. Because that's tied to a lot of parts too. Like,
honestly, Eminem is pretty prevalent in my childhood as well. Yeah.
Huge. His music videos too. Like, they're super inappropriate for me. But
super inappropriate.
I know all of it. So.
I literally remember myself as like a 7-year-old singing the Slim Shady.
Yeah,
Slim Shady.
Or like two trailer park girls go around me outside.
Yeah. Like, literally, I remember it's so bad. Anyways.
Yeah, I love, like, his whole first 2 albums. Yeah, you definitely need to be on there. Yeah. So, like, a few shout outs there. I wanted to put Evanescence on there too, because when they came out, that was so me. It was so gothic and so, like, you know, Daredevil soundtrack too with that. Anyways, yeah, Never Church in the Wild by Kanye.
Nice. Okay, and do you have a fifth? Or do you have to think? Okay.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, because we're running out of time, so I'm gonna quickly wrap this up.
Sure.
and then you'll say your fifth, and we'll be done.
Yes.
So my fifth, and honestly, like, I could go on. Like, obviously, I'm only in, like, the early, 2000. Well, I mean, my next one is from 2017, so pretty recent. But there's still so much that I could say. Yeah. But I'm gonna say, it's not a specific song. It's like a whole album. So when I went on my exchange in the Netherlands for 6 months in 2017, and the Khalid's album, his first album, American Teen, came out. Okay. And that entire album I listened to on repeat. His and Ed Sheeran's album.
The 18 one. The one 18.
No. Ed, the one with the one with no
because he does the addition augmentation.
Which one? What was it called? His most recent one. Not the one that came out like with the collabs, like the one before that came out with Perfect and
Evergreen and one of
no.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No. Yeah, I have no help right now.
Ed Sheeran albums.
I'm like
X.
Oh okay.
No, Divide.
Yeah.
Divide. It was Divide.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So his Divide album. So Khalid's American Teen, right?
You guys are trying so hard right
now. American Teen, yes. Okay, so the American Teen album and the Divide album, those were on repeat while I was in the Netherlands. And so whenever I hear a song from those albums, it automatically takes me back to my little dorm room. In the Netherlands that had like a bed and the kitchen in the same room. And I was on the first floor and their windows didn't have nets, so I had to buy like netting and tape it up myself so bugs wouldn't get into my room so that I could still open the windows when I cooked. Like it just reminds me of like because I never had that experience of living on a school campus because I was a commuter like for my undergrad. Yeah. Still am a commuter everywhere I go. Right. But yeah, so like that whole idea of living on campus and being like that university student living alone, that whole experience is just like encapsulated with those albums. And like they don't really, and I guess American Teen kind of relates, but he's like graduating high school, but whatever. Right. But those two albums definitely, like that's my fifth.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, it should. I definitely get it. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so my list so far has been One Dance by Drake, J-Lo, If You Had My Love, that P. Diddy song, No Church in the Well, which I'm gonna share with that Eminem song called Stan, because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like I should be there too. So I'm splitting that. And then the fifth one's hard. Oh my god, because I kind of want to choose. And this is like really embarrassing too, because these are all like okay. Another honorable shout out is like anything by the Killers, like when they first kind of became popular. Like Spaceman was a really good one. Again, this is part of like that time when I was listening to alternative stuff. So the Killers, Are We Human, Are We Dancers? Like all those songs are amazing. Is it bad if I choose Avril Lavigne? Like
you're that needs to be mentioned.
Okay, good. I was like, can I? It was okay between Skater Boy, but I really want to say the Take Me Home one. It's a damn cold night.
No, I don't know that one. No.
Can anyone? Oh, I know this one. Is anyone trying to find me? Can anyone take me home? You know this song. It's something where like if it's playing. Like, I feel like it's something that would be the slow dance song to like your grade 8 like graduation party or like what do they call? They're not called sevies in elementary school. What are they called when they're like you just group everybody in the freaking gym and you just?
I think it's just a dance.
Okay, that. And that would be like the slow song, but everybody would know every single lyric. Yeah. To it. So it's is anyone trying to find me? What is it called? The actual song. I'm with you. You know the song.
I didn't I listened to Avril Lavigne, but not that much. I only knew like the main ones, like Skater Boy and like Girlfriend and like.
Girlfriend. That was after her.
Yeah.
Her like initial, when she came into the limelight. But I remember when she made it big, it was like I think kind of everyone liked her because she was like, you know, edgy for the time when Christina Aguilera and like Britney Spears, who were like very, very feminine, very, very girly, like superstars, and then she comes out with Skater Boy being like the most tomboy girls there ever was. I'm playing a little bit of it. This one.
Yeah, I definitely don't know the song. No.
Like, this part you don't know at all?
No.
Okay, we'll cut it out if I just... Oh my god! Oh my god! There's like literally there's like a bajillion views on this thing.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, that song, because I don't know. It's just one of those songs too. Again, like a road trip kind of song. Like, everyone knows every single lyric. I think of like slow dancing in like grade 8 when you're like awkwardly hugging your other girl best friend because like you're not supposed to be with guys that early, and you're just like,
at least we aren't.
Well, yeah, in the context of us, yeah, you're just like, this is so great. You're my best friend, and then you know you just go get fruit punch or whatever. But it's that song for sure. Like a lot of her music again early on before Girlfriend. I would say like knew every single lyric. Really really loved her. Again, she was Canadian, so you know you had to rap. Too. Yeah, had to say her.
Nice. Oh, that was fun. I didn't expect for me to be able to think of so many things off the top of my head.
You had it. What was your fifth one again?
My fifth one was the Khalid album and the Ed Sheeran album, which technically is not a song, but whatever. Yeah, okay, we're making an exception. But I can continue. I can go on. Like there are so many songs tied to specific memories throughout my life.
I'm being picky here, though.
Yeah, like I'm trying to pick them out, but yeah, there's so many things that I can bring up, and we don't have enough time for that. Yeah. So. This was fun. We will probably revisit this and like do an updated list. Yeah. Love this. But you guys out there, like, let us know. Do you guys have the same songs as us? Are there other songs that you think that we really needed to mention that we didn't mention, or artists in general that we didn't mention that were really prevalent in whatever time that you're thinking of? Let us know. But don't forget to subscribe or follow or.
And comment down below on your own list. Like, I want to know what's your top 5, or like for your soundtrack of your life, right? And not necessarily your favorites, but I want to see how you guys compare with us. How many what good songs did we make? Oh my god.
And whatever you're listening to this on, whether it be YouTube or SoundCloud or iTunes, make sure to follow or subscribe to our platform wherever you guys are. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Talkaholics Pod, and make sure that you guys are leaving comments and reviewing and rating, because that lets us that lets us reach out to more people and to welcome more people to the Talkaholics fam. So it would be great if you guys did that for us. But other than that, we will talk to you guys on the next one.
Thanks everyone. Bye.